This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Alan, first of all, your thoughts on the loss to the Raiders.
Did you call it a debacle? I wouldn't call it a debacle. I would call it a valiant effort. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, especially after the way they played last week against the Bills. It was very disappointing the way they...
It was a gutsy effort. It was a
very gutsy effort. I mean, when they were down 25-14, I don't think you, me, or anybody else thought they were going to make a game of it.
No.
And they came back and give Jacoby Brissett a lot of credit because it wasn't very pretty. But no, I know you're not a fan, and I'm not necessarily a huge fan either, but give the guy credit. I mean, that fourth down pass to Gesicki in overtime on the 4th and 20, that was big time.
Yes.
And then even the late drive to tie the game at the end of the fourth quarter, that was very impressive also. So I think you got to give the man credit, give them the Dolphins credit for not quitting, especially after Brissett was stuffed on that quarterback sneak on 4th and 1 with 3.5 minutes left, 4 minutes left. And then they get the 3 and out with a huge sack by Brandon Jones on 3rd down, get the ball back. And then they move down the field. So I saw some good things. I listened to some of what you were saying to me. Yeah, some of the play calls were, throw out wide to your wide receiver 2 yards deep into the end zone with no blocker around him to help him out when you're back out.
Well, that one I kind of blame Brissett because on that play, you're supposed to grab the snap and throw it without even looking. He takes a step back on top of the snap and looks that way before he throws, which he telegraphed it completely. On that play, he has to. But see, the problem is that I'm looking at him now, and there's no quick twitch in him. So you shouldn't really have him do that kind of a play because
that's a horrible play call.
That's not who he is because he has Byron Leftwich in him. And, it's a slow and long winding delivery and all that. You need a quick twitch guy to snap throw. You don't even look. You throw as you're looking. That he telegraphed that play. He killed that play himself, actually. I mean,
to me, it's still a horrible play call. And if you're going to call a wide receiver screen, have a blocker out there.
Yes,
motion somebody in there to help him out. There's no two ways about it. And if you're going to kick a field goal on 4th and 2 in overtime, don't call a shovel pass to Mike Gesicki up the middle on 3rd and 3.
Well, that was just to angle the field goal, right? That's what that's at least that's what it seemed like to me. They wanted to center it for the field goal. That's kind of what they were doing there. That's all, you know what I mean? Hey, look at Parker. You're down the middle of the field and you're like this waiting for the ball. And it's like, dude, jump up and try to meet it at its point. You waited for the ball and you let the DB in the damn game. All you have to, you're tall, dude. Use your height. You played it small. There were some things too that were just, it just didn't jive, man. It was a frustrating game overall. Look, how come they didn't run more? They actually did all right running the ball. It was crazy.
That's a great point. But see, to me, I don't look at the Dolphins as being like a tremendously talented team.
No, they're not.
And to hang in there the way they did against the Raiders, who were 2-0, I think says a lot about them, even with all the Piccadillys and the things we can pick at. And there were several things we can pick at. But it was a very, very gutsy effort, no question about it.
This is the Big O Show.